Welcome into Viking Central. Thank you guys for tuning in. Got a really great video for you today. Vikings versus Texans on Saturday at 3 o'clock Central Time. We're into the next step, heading up to week one. Really looking forward to it. Obviously, the main goal is getting to week one versus Chicago Bears healthy. Offense humming along a little bit. The defense with Brian Flores just being really aggressive. So really looking forward to Saturday. Going to see J.J. McCarthy. Obviously, he's going to be involved in this video because, yeah, he's he's the future of the Vikings. At least crossing our fingers, we hope he is. Again, really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you want to support us, check out our sponsors. You can see that's Badass Wood Art up in the left-hand corner there. Code VC15 for 15% off your order. And Homage as well. You see the link under the logo up on top on the right-hand side by our logo. Go to that link, and you can find a bunch of great Vikings gear, 20 to 30% off right now. Get you ready for the Vikings season. Also, you see our social medias down there, YouTube, Facebook, X, TikTok. Subscribe to us. And follow us on all social media. I really appreciate all the support. We really do. If you are watching on YouTube, again, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button to just keep up to date with Viking Central and your Minnesota Vikings. Also, Substack's a big one for us. Find all of our written work at substack.com/Viking Central, or get the app, Substack. Search Viking Central. You'll find us. All right, enough of that. Let's get into the video. Again, really excited for this week one, preseason week one battle. Vikings versus the Houston Texans. Let's go. 5 things to watch for the Minnesota Vikings versus the Houston Texans. And obviously, I said it right away. It's going to be J.J. McCarthy. We want J.J. McCarthy to get his feet wet, have a couple good successful drives, maybe get a touchdown or two, at least get some points on a majority of the drives. We don't really know how many possessions he's going to get. Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it a full quarter? Is it a whole half? Sounds like Kevin O'Connell was really open and just him getting a lot of time to get his feet underneath him, build that chemistry with the offensive line, even though it's not going to be his first string offensive line for the most part, and his weapons as well, his wide receivers, running backs. It's just getting, the basis down, the timing down, and just, again, getting out there. After his injury, it's going to be a first-year starter now for a team with Super Bowl contending aspirations. So they just really want him to go out there, show he's got command of the offense. Again, throw the football around a little bit, do all the little things right, get the offensive line lined up, get your cadence right, your snap counts, everything. Just make sure, everything's humming along for that offense. And I think that if everything goes that way and they can get some points on the board, Kevin O'Connell will be happy. And just the overall team will be pretty satisfied with where he's at heading into the week one for Chicago Bears. But obviously, J.J. McCarthy, he's number one on this list. The second thing is the wide receiver room. Is Jordan Addison going to play? Suspended the first 3 games of the regular season, but it sounds like he might get some run on Saturday. So just to build that chemistry with J.J. McCarthy, he's not going to be there till week 4, but at the same time, you got to get there, especially with Justin Jefferson out as well. Just build that chemistry with your first-year starter, and again, get his feet wet, get out there. But you also got guys like Jalen Naylor. He probably won't play either. He had wore a red jersey at practice today. I don't know if it's concussion or what's going on. It's just weird that there was no contact, but he was able to run routes and everything like that. So it must not be like a lower body injury at all. But then you got a guy like you see pictured there, Lucky Jackson. He could maybe get a lot of snaps here coming up to week 1 versus the Bears, because Jordan Addison's going to be out. We need another guy to fill in that spot behind Justin Jefferson, Jalen Naylor. Obviously, T.J. Hawkinson's going to be a main target as well. But you got Lucky Jackson. You got we're going to talk about this guy later, Silas Bolden, Thayer Thomas. You got guys like who else is in that wide receiver room? There's a lot of guys that come to mind and everything like that. Ty Felton, a rookie out of Maryland. What can he do as a 3rd-round pick? Can he come in and maybe just, make a couple explosive plays, just get him involved in the passing game, especially during the preseason, build that confidence up towards week 1. Do they add another wide receiver to the room? This is going to be a great, showcase for these young guys to see what they can do. And if Kevin O'Connell is going to be comfortable, heading into week 1 with this certain group of wide receivers. The third thing is the secondary. Now you got Byron Murphy Jr., you got Isaiah Rodgers. You feel pretty comfortable about those guys. Harrison Smith, Josh Metellus. But are we going to see Theo Jackson out there? Are we going to see Jay Ward? Probably. That's just the safety room there. But then are we also going to see guys like Dwight McGlothern, Zamiah Vaughn? Are we going to see Jeff Okudah, who's had a really good camp? We just want to see some guys step up. Who's going to be the guys that kind of really get their name out there and can really fill out the depth of the secondary? I think the safety room is pretty much set. I feel like it's, Harrison Smith, Josh Metellus, Theo Jackson, Jay Ward. I think all those guys are going to get snaps. They're still really high on Jay Ward, but what's that cornerback room look like? Like I said, Byron Murphy Jr., then you got Isaiah Rodgers. Is Mekhi Blackman coming back healthy off that knee injury? Jeff Okudah, Dwight McGlothern, Zamiah Vaughn, just some unknown in that back end of that room. It's going to be really interesting to see if any guys step up in the secondary. Return specialists. Now you think, the return specialist, who cares? But we know we need a good punt returner. We've watched guys muff punts a lot, being a Vikings fan. Brandon Powell was pretty good the last couple of years, but he was never able to break a big return or anything like that. That's where Silas Bolden can come to play. Ty Felton, Rondale Moore. Those guys are really going to, take the majority of those opportunities back there during the preseason. So who's going to step up? Who's going to be the guy? And then also the kick returns. A touchback is to the 35-yard line this year. There's going to be a lot of returns on kickoffs. Who feels comfortable back there? Are they going to stick with Ty Chandler? Are they going to go to the rookie Ty Felton, the rookie Silas Bolden again, or maybe Rondale Moore? Or is there another name that might jump out on the page a little bit and just kind of, get their name out there and just win a job that way? Because if Silas Bolden, isn't doing much or not getting much opportunity in the wide receiver room, a great way to make the team is being a return specialist. So it's going to be really fun to see who's back there and who makes the most of their opportunities. I couldn't find a practice picture of Sam Howell, so I just had to use his mugshot here on Vikings.com. So Sam Howell, the backup quarterbacks, Max Brosmer, Brett Rippon. I want to see a lot of, obviously, J.J. McCarthy, but I want to see a lot of Sam Howell, and I want to see a lot of Max Brosmer. I don't really care too much about seeing Brett Rippon. We know what he is at this point. He's an extension of KOC and Josh McCown on the football field in the quarterback room. But let's see Sam Howell. It's been up in the air. It's been iffy during training camp. Not a lot of great moments. It sounds like he actually had a pretty good practice today, which is the 7th, Thursday, August 7th. So it sounded like he had a pretty good practice today. Max Brosmer's really showing some flashes. Let's see what those guys got. See if we're going to be comfortable with the quarterback room and kind of just go from there. But, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at so far. Just 5 main things that I'm going to be watching during the preseason week 1 versus the Houston Texans on Saturday. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Viking Central football season is here, and I can't be more excited. Thank you guys for all the support. God bless. We'll see you in the next video.